All right, well, hello everyone from me and from Will.
Yep, hello.
We're going to do a short flight today. I've not done a recording with you before, have I? So
No,
just ask away. Don't worry about
yeah,
questions.
completely.
Just go for it. So we're going to fly from a little grass airfield in Surrey called Red Hill. Then we're going to go up to Chipstead, where my brother lives, and fly around there. I'm going to have a look at the Ramblers Rest Pub. Let's get this going. The Ramblers Rest Pub. And then we're going to fly on to, I think it's Biggin Hill, and then up to Southend. The flight should take about 20 minutes. Not too bad. And I'm flying a Cessna 182. I don't think you've seen this plane. It's similar to the 172 trainer, but it's got 4 seats like the 172.
Yeah, I think you told me about this.
And it's got 6 cylinders, and it's a lot more powerful. Oh, and it's got retractable gear as well, like a jet.
Nice.
Okay, so here we are at Red Hill then. Let's jump in the plane, shall we? Have a look outside first. Check that everything's working. The ailerons are working. Remember what that thing is called at the back there? What's that called?
That's
The rudder?
the road, that's right.
What about that? Remember what that's called?
Isn't something flat? No.
No, there are flaps on the wings. We can
Yeah.
have a look at those. There's I can't move the flaps because I've got no electrical power. But that's called the elevator. It makes you climb, makes you descend. The rudder just
It's
kind of
probably why it's
slips
called
you.
an elevator.
Yeah. And everything seems to be fine. So let's jump back in the cockpit and get it started. Ordinarily you go through a full checklist, but that's going to be a bit boring and laborious, so we won't do that. I'll go through and I'll try and talk you through what I'm doing. So parking brake needs to be on, obviously, because when the engine starts, you don't want it jumping around or trying to take off or anything. And you don't want to chop this bloke up as well by flying going forward.
Yeah.
So usually what you do, about to start the engine, you turn the battery on, get rid of that yoke so it's out of the way. You can still see me moving the joystick if I move over there with that one.
Yeah, and then the key.
The nav lights, shout out of the window, clear prop, because you're about to start the engine. You don't want anyone walking in front of it. We'll turn on the taxi lights, and you see that taxi light lights him up there. We'll turn those on and we'll just clear prop.
Clear prop.
Clear prop. I'm just going to prime the engine. That's just pushing fuel towards the engine, and we've got the mixture to rich here, that red knob.
Of course, yeah.
Cowl flaps can stay open. Let's give her a go. Let's try and crank it over.
To the key.
Okay, the engine started. We can turn on the alternator now. That's going to make sure that we're in charge. You see this little needle at the top here? I'll show you. See that needle there?
Yeah.
See how it's saying CHG? That stands for charge, and then that's discharge. So if we go over and turn the alternator off, it's off now, and we go back, you'll see that we're slightly discharging the battery.
Yeah.
You see, makes sense. And notice there's a low voltage light as well. So if I turn on the alternator, turn it back on again, we can see that the low voltage light has gone out and the amps are up in the positive.
Yes.
Let's turn on the, do you know, I can't remember if I told you what this pack of instruments is called. It's called the avionics anyway.
Oh, I think you said that, yeah.
And that's the avionics power there that I've just turned on. So I'll go through these instruments quickly. The bottom one is a transponder. We'll have it now the engine's running, we'll just put it in the alt position. And in the UK, the standard transponder number is 7,000. So that's set. We'll get the autopilot ready. Sorry, that's not the autopilot. This is the autopilot. We're just going to get the autopilot ready at about 2,000 feet. It's not on. It's not going to do any harm. And we'll leave this off. This is an automatic direction finder. It's linked to this instrument here, but we'll turn it off because it's not going to be important for this flight. Okay. Let's have a look up here. This is the main nav unit, just a single GPS GNS unit, and this is it contains comm radios and nav radios. And that's this unit underneath is backup to that. So it's a com and nav radio backup. Because it's a backup, we'll just turn it off. We don't need it on.
Nav backup.
Com nav backup. All right, so the engine's idling. This is the RPM here. This shows you how fast the engine's turning. I've got a throttle on my desk here. Okay, so let's talk to ATC and request taxi out of here.
Red Hill Ground Golf 67 X-ray Yankee with Yankee request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Yep.
Golf 67 X-ray Yankee taxi 2 and hold short of runway 26 left via taxiway Delta Charlie Bravo. Contact tower on 119.605 when ready.
Okay, so it's sending us to runway 26 left, which is a bugger because it's a long way away. So let's get busy.
Yeah.
Parking brake off. This blue ribbon is just the guide.
Yeah, it's kind of like a path for you.
Yeah, it's like a path in the sky.
Show
Just
you where to go.
showing us get to the runway. We might edit this bit out, otherwise our viewers may go from 2 to 1.
92.
X-ray Yankee acknowledge last transmission.
Need to just acknowledge ATC that given us taxi clearance.
I thought you meant years old. That's why I said 92.
I see. Whoops, I can't
Taxi
do
to and hold short runway
everything at the
26
same
left
time.
using taxiway
So
Delta
we're
Charlie
going a little
Bravo
bit-
7 X-ray Yankee.
Going way too fast for the taxi here.
Crash.
Meant to be 20 to 30
RPM.
knots. Not RPM, knots.
Oh.
Anyway, luckily, because we're going so fast, we're going to get to the airfield quite quickly. This is a big plane. This is a big engine compared to the 172. So it's 235 horsepower, whereas the 172 was only 185.
Yeah.
It's a big 6-cylinder monster.
Will this get edited out?
Maybe. I don't want anyone seeing how bad my taxiing skills were.
So, yes. Take a shortcut.
This is idle power, and I'm absolutely flying along.
Soon we'll be off
Soon we'll be off.
to space.
We'll get to the end of the runway and do some last minute checks, and then we'll be off. I know, I'm just kind of trying to get there quickly as possible. The brakes don't work, it's so powerful. I've got the brakes on full, but I can't control it. There we go.
This is why it's a video game, not real life.
Not real life, yeah, you'd be a lot more cautious in real life. I've never seen this aircraft, the 182, in my life.
26
Soon.
left, so
Yeah.
260 degrees left.
Good, 260 degrees left, that is the direction of the runway. Okay, let's put the parking brake on. Can you press that parking brake button? Try and keep this thing tamed. It's so powerful. And see how quick we got to the runway.
Yeah,
Okay, let's turn off those taxi lights now. Turn it off. We'll go and have a look. We'll turn the landing light on. It's like a big headlight in the car.
Yeah.
That's the taxi light in the other one, but we're not going to have that on. We'll leave the landing light on for departure. There's a beacon. I'll turn that on. Isn't that red flashing light?
Yeah.
That's the beacon. There's no strobes fitted to this aircraft. So the nav lights, the lights at the end of the wings. We've got a red one on the left wing and a green light on the right wing.
Might turn it down.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah.
I can do that for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's only because we're outside the aircraft. Okay,
Oh,
let's
shit,
request
alright.
request
Red Hill
takeoff.
Tower Golf 67 X-ray Yankee ready for straight out departure at runway 26 left.
Recommends that you turn on the fuel pump.
67 X-ray Yankee with 269er at 5. Straight out departure approved.
Okay, it's not very windy today.
Takeoff runway 26 left.
Yeah, Thank you. So 270 degrees is the wind, which is the direction we're going to fly in now. We're at 260 degrees, aren't we? So we're flying out into the wind.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26 left.
Now
7
watch how
X-ray
fast this
Yankee.
thing gets off the ground with this big engine.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go on. We'll leave the pitot heat off, landing lights on, beacons on. Okay, everything seems to be good there. Usually I do an engine test at this point.
Go.
I do an engine test here, but I'm not going to bother because it takes too much time. So let's take off that parking brake and put the power to full.
Zoom out a tiny bit more.
Yep. Get this big engine going. Now, when the airspeed, which is this dial here, gets to about 70 in this aircraft, we can take off. Pull back on the joystick. Around about now, yeah, I can feel it through the joystick, and we're airborne.
She's away.
Keep climbing. It's good practice to fly about 2 miles out in the direction that you've taken off from. So not steer yourself too soon. Try and get a bit of height. So we're currently at 500 feet.
Yes.
But because Red Hill's 200 feet off the ground, we're actually only climbed 300 feet in the air. But what we can do now is we can retract that in gear. So
G.
G, yeah. You can see the gears going up. And it's less drag. Okay, jump back in.
Bit of a cloudy day, though.
Yeah, I've got the clouds quite low just to make it a bit more interesting. If we go over 2,000 feet and go into the clouds, then it gets a bit tricky. Okay, I'm going to come back on the power a little bit. So about 2400 RPM there. And you can see, we want to have a look at the GPS. Oops. I think it's 6. You can see we're flying along this flight path.
Yeah.
It's all going well. So it says turn right to 12 degrees. So let's turn right to 12 degrees. Can you remember where the degrees are shown? So that's the compass bearing of 12 degrees. Where's the compass? There's actually 2. Yeah, that's the heading indicator that contains a directional gyroscope. That's right, exactly. So we're going to follow that till we get to 12 degrees. I'm banking to the right. And I've been climbing this whole time. And now we're at 2,000 feet. I'm going to level off. I don't want to climb anymore. How's that? We're still at 300 degrees. We need to keep going further around. If you look at the GPS, you'll see that I've gone way too far to the
Need to get back
west.
on the pink line.
Get back on the pink line.
Yeah.
And that pink line takes us to the Ramblers Rest pub. So we'll go and have a look at that. That's in Chipstead. Can you tell me my altitude? Norman?
Your altitude, how many feet you are?
Yep,
2,000.
2,100. You see the long hands on the 1?
Yeah.
2,100, yeah. Okay, so let's just go and have a look at where the Ramblers Rest is then. We're here, and that user point 1 is the pre-programmed pub. It's always good to know which pub you're going to
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drop the power down, right down. That alert you can hear, when you drop the manifold pressure under 15 inches of pressure, and your gear is up, you get a warning in the cockpit. So that's what that sound was.
Wait, where'd the feet go? Where you can tell how many feet?
Sorry, manifold pressure is measured in inches. What was your question? Where did the feet go?
Yeah, I can't remember how I saw how many feet you are.
Oh, in the alternator here.
Oh,
You see we're down to
and 2, so pretty much 1.5 now.
yeah, 1,500 feet we are now. We should start to see the Ramblers Rest very soon.
Going low.
We are quite low.
7 X-ray Yankee, leaving my airspace frequency, change approved.
Hotel Tower Golf 67 X-ray Yankee frequency change.
Yeah,
Sorry,
like
that alarm is because I'm trying to slow down. I'm going to put the gear down, and that will stop. And hopefully, let's pause the game here. So everything's just stopped.
Yeah.
And I'll try and describe to you what we're looking at. Let's go outside the aircraft. So if I can get my bearings.
Oh, you see the cars.
So this down here, this is Outwood Lane in
Outwood
Chipstead, Outwood Lane. And that there, you can see, I don't know if you can see this is a railway line.
Yeah, and
where
there's
the
a
bus is
bridge.
going.
There's a bridge
That's
above
a bridge.
that.
In reality, that's a viaduct, Chipstead.
Yeah.
Railway viaduct, as I remember. And so they've not modelled that in the game. It's just, obviously the train line's going down a bit. So Outwood Lane disappears behind these trees and it goes down there. Now I think that's the Rambler's Rest, just behind my mouse there.
Do you want to go? Yeah, keep flying and then just pause it again.
Yeah.
Risky move.
Need to be a bit careful. I don't want to stall.
Yeah.
I'm going too fast to put the flaps down. But I think we've got what we came for. This is Outwood Lane. That's the Rambler's Rest, and this is Chipstead. This is the railway line that runs between Chipstead and I think that way is Kingswood Station, and Chipstead's over here somewhere. And this I think is like village of Chipstead. Anyway, there's the pub. Now it looks nothing like that in reality.
Yeah.
This is not photogrammic, they call it.
No.
There are photogrammic areas, like London's all photogrammic.
Yeah.
But the regions, the
Brisbane.
suburbs, Brisbane's photogrammic, yeah. But so what is accurate about this is the positioning of the roads is exactly right, and the buildings are in the right place. It's just that they don't look like that. So they're AI generated buildings, but they're in spot on the right place. So so that's that. Let's jump back in. Try not to crash, and say goodbye.
I just saw two cars, one blue, one red. They were ramming into each other.
Yeah, the cars are so silly that they go far too fast for reality.
No, but it was in a backyard as
In
well.
like a lane, yeah. So the game doesn't seem to know the difference between a highway and a lane.
Yeah. Or a road and a house.
Yeah. So what's our altitude? Can you tell me?
No.
No? So the shorthand on the altimeter is pointing almost to the 1.
Oh, yeah.
So we're at 800 feet. That's
Yeah.
it, 800 feet, and we're almost getting to 1,000 feet. And right out in front is Biggin Hill Airport, Biggin Hill, and there's a radio beacon. We're going to tune to it and we're going to fly towards it. I'm going to turn on the autopilot to do some work for us, because I've been flying this thing by hand, and I want to stop doing that now. So I'm going to try and get us back onto that purple line, pinky purple line, magenta line, should we say? That's the colour.
Violet magenta. Yeah.
Violet magenta. Just pause the game a sec, and I'm going to tune the radio to 115.10. 115.10. That's Biggin Hill. Yeah. So we're going to fly towards Biggin Hill. It's 6.4 miles away. But what we're going to do is we're going to let the autopilot fly us there.
Ooh, cool.
So we're only at 1,000 feet. We need to get up to 2,000. So I'm going to turn on the autopilot and tell it to climb us at 500 feet per minute. So if you look at this indicator here, this one here, that's the vertical speed indicator. When it gets to 5, we're climbing at 500 feet per minute. And I'm not doing that. The autopilot is doing that.
Yeah.
The computer's doing that for us. And then I can also say nav and ask it to, I need to be on an intersect course with the magenta line, and then I can turn on nav mode, and it will fly us there.
And so we're trying to get to Biggin Hill.
Yes, we're flying towards Biggin Hill. That's where the radio beacon that we're following is.
Yeah. Where's the landing spot that we're trying to land at?
Just let me get on track for Biggin Hill. We're going to be landing at Southend on Sea Airport, which is in Essex. And that's going to be our next stop where we land. See if I can turn on the autopilot and ask it to follow the nav radio. Oh, I know why it's not. Now it should.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't set this up on this heading indicator here, this HSI. I needed to adjust this. This is called an omnidirectional bearing selector. I needed to say we need to fly in that direction. So it's going to fly us towards Biggin Hill now at an angle of 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
Looks about right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So hands free, I'm not doing anything. And if you have a look at the altimeter, see how the autopilot is still climbing us up to 2,000.
1.7 maybe.
Yeah, 1,700 feet at the moment. And we're going to fly directly over Biggin Hill, and then we'll be off to Southend and we'll land.
Yeah. Is Southend one of those dots?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is that middle dot. We've got to fly across the River Thames to get there.
Yeah.
The River Thames is Thames estuary. Well, there's a pretty good view of Biggin Hill Airport. You can see it's just a single tarmac strip. Yeah. As we fly over it, the autopilot will realise what we've done, and it'll just say, "Okay, I'm going to continue to fly on that course, keeping Biggin Hill in the same position, but behind me." What I might do now that we've flown to Biggin Hill, I'm going to turn back to GPS. That's a much easier way for the autopilot to follow, and then it'll follow us along that line and then take us to Southend. So
Cool.
select GPS, and now the plane's basically going to fly itself along that magenta line for us. We don't have to do anything. And if you look, we're almost at 2,000 feet, so it's done its job. It's got us to the right height. There's not much cloud here. We can afford to go a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do is, if you're watching, I'm just going to take us up to 2,200 feet.
Yeah. Is that where you're telling the computer where you want it?
I'm telling the autopilot to take us up to 2,200 feet, and we're going to climb at 200 feet per minute.
Yeah.
It's going to take us about a minute to get up to that altitude. Okay, so everything seems to be going properly. Autopilot's doing its job, flying us along this line. And then when we get to this point, because we're not using these old-fashioned radios anymore, we're just using GPS, it's going to automatically just take us on the next leg. Completely, we would not have to do anything at all. It's just a way of putting some of the heat from the exhaust back into the engine to keep the carburetors. Carbohydrates, no carburetor. This is an old engine style, so it doesn't have fuel injectors. It uses a carburetor.
I think you actually talked about that before.
Yeah, so I'm not doing anything. This is the autopilot steering the aircraft, and it's gone on to the next. You see how that leg has now gone magenta?
Now it knows where to go again.
So now we're flying towards Southend. I'll tune the comm radio up to Southend air traffic. If I can find it.
It's not showing to me yet.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do this, because if I do it, they're going to say land on a different airfield. Let me show you something. So this is an app called Little Nav Map, and it's been tracking our journey. And at the moment, we're now heading up to Southend. Now, if I tune to Southend radio and ask, they always say, I've done this route before, and they say fly in on runway 23, 230 degrees. I don't want to go around and take too long. I want to go in on runway 5, so I'm not going to ask for clearance. I'm just going to land on runway 5, and that's okay. ATC, you don't need to go through the ATC all the time. In real life, you would.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, yeah. But for the sake of, oh look, there's a
another plane. Go back to our before pass. See how far we've gone. No, as in back on Little Nav Map.
Yeah.
Just go down. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's been lots of turning.
Yeah, I was flying at this point all the way up to here. I was flying it myself, but by hand. That's why it's so wibbly and wobbly. And then the moment we tuned to the radio,
got to Biggin Hill,
you can see how straight the line has been, because the autopilot's a much better flyer than me. So what we're going to do is we're going to not just use the autopilot for this, we're going to use it to land for us as well.
Oh, okay.
It's called approach mode, so we're going to enable that now. And to do that, I'm going to tune the radio to 111.35 while the airplane is flying using the GPS. I'm going to tune one of the radios to 111.35, which is the instrument landing system at Southend Airport.
Are we going to go across the River Thames?
We're going to go across the estuary. I can see the River Thames there out the window. Can you see it?
Yeah, I saw it on the map.
Yeah, that's Thames estuary. We'll go over that in a sec. I think this is the M25, or maybe no. We may have passed the M25. That could be the look at Little Nav Map, M20 maybe.
Back a bit.
What's this? A2. It's the A2. We've passed the M25. There's the M20. It's behind us.
Oh, the Skyhawk plane on our side has just got on our route.
Yep. So we're crossing over. We're going through Gravesend now, and we should be able to see. Should be able to see the river coming up. So this town here where I'm moving my mouse, that's Gravesend. That looks like a football pitch. That's the football stadium.
Oh,
it's not, is it?
No.
Looks
Are we near Stoke? Did I swear I saw Stoke?
There is Stoke, but that's not Stoke-on-Trent. There is a Stoke here because there's an airfield at Stoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stoke-on-Trent's in the
Midlands. I'll see a football stadium when I see one.
Yeah. I should have thought of that actually. I could have pointed them out to you. Anyway, let's see how we go back in the cockpit. So we're right on track. Let's get rid of that message sign. Approaching VNAV profile, approaching target altitude. Thanks very much. So yeah, we're up at 2,200 feet thanks to autopilot, and it's keeping us following the GPS navigation here.
You can see the river, which is the blue line.
Yeah, that's
blue
right.
Chunky line.
Thames estuary. Are those windmills?
Yeah. Where's Everton from here?
Everton.
Yeah.
Everton's in Merseyside. It's miles away.
Yeah.
It's northwest
Yeah.
England. This is southeast England.
Because their stadiums, their newly built stadium.
Yeah.
Before the end of the season, it's been built near water. I was just wondering if it could be anywhere along the River Thames, but I don't.
No,
No, yeah, no.
no, it's probably near the River Mersey, because that's where Everton is.
Hill Dickinson Stadium.
Is that what it's called? Hill Dickinson?
I could be wrong, actually. I could be their old one. I don't know if FIFA's updated that.
Okay, what's happening now is we're flying into the feathers. So this green feathers is, so we should turn on approach mode. So let's come off GPS mode. This, I've tuned the radio to the instrument landing system at Southend. If I go to it's just lining itself up on the Southend runway. It's trying to get in line for the instrument landing system, and then I can select approach here. So what that's going to do is it's going to follow we're currently under the glide slope. So the glide slope is the direction that aircraft come in to follow to get to the beginning of the runway, and we're going to follow that glide slope. Well, actually, we're not. The autopilot is going to do it for us. So we're in approach mode. It's going to get us on track for Southend Airport. And I don't know if you can see this, but if you have a look at this instrument, you see these yellow triangles?
Yes, I do.
That's the glide slope that is detected being transmitted via radio from the runway. So we're underneath it at the moment. So it's going to keep us at this altitude, but this is going to slowly move down. And when they get to the middle, we will be on the glide slope, and then the aircraft will be flown down by the autopilot.
Yeah.
So we literally don't have to do anything now. All I'll need to do is just keep an eye on the speed until we get all the way down to the runway. So we're nearly there. Let's have a look at the nav map. We're in the feathers. See what it's done? The autopilot, it's got us right onto the direction of the Southend on Sea.
And the perfect the runway strip that we need to land on.
Yeah,
Is it
we're going to land on
in line with that?
05. Yeah, 05. Which is how many degrees?
50?
50 degrees. Good.
Because 26 to 05.
Yeah, 05 is 50.
That's what numbers around.
So let's have a look out the window. We should be able to see
It's so less cloudy now.
Southend Pier should appear soon.
So
Do you know the pier at Southend is the longest pier in the UK? It's 2 kilometres long, and it's got a railway line on it. It goes all the way out to the end.
So people don't have to walk it.
Yeah. So it should be over here somewhere. I think it's modelled in the game. So you see this ascend here? That's where you see this line?
Oh wow!
There's the pier. So we should see it just off our nose to the right. Oh, it's got a bit soupy out there.
Get outside. Or the fog's really covering it up.
Yeah, the cloud. I think it's going to be over somewhere. But let's just see if the glide slope has been picked up. You see how
there
it is. Cool, we've seen it. Now you see the autopilot has gone to GS mode.
Yeah.
And now we're descending at 800 feet per minute. So I'm going to back off the power, because we don't want to come in too fast. We need to start slowing down. Oh, I didn't raise the gear. We've flown this whole way with the gear down. I should have raised the gear.
This whole trip?
No.
Or just this whole section?
I put it down when we were flying over the Ramblers Rest, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then I forgot to raise the gear. I'd have known if I'd gone outside and just looked at the gear, but we'll leave it down now because we're coming into land. They're really puny anyway, so they don't really cause much drag. But I don't think you're meant to have it down above 140 knots, which we haven't been going that fast anyway, so everything's fine. There's the PM. I'm so glad we've seen it.
Yeah, it's
so long.
Yeah.
Now there's the runway, look. See it?
Oh, coming in perfectly.
Perfect. That's right. I don't have to do anything. Just watch that speed. So
but if you were to touch it now, would it begin to move? If you wanted to move
I'd be
the sort-
overriding it, so I
Yeah.
could try and move it. I'm moving the joystick there, but
Yeah.
it says, "Oi, I'm in charge," and it tries to correct me.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming down nicely. I need to pull out the power a bit more here.
It's like there's two people driving.
Yeah. When that gets down to about 100 degrees,
Yes.
I can put the first stage of flaps down. And that just introduces drag and slows me down, because we want to be touching down around about 60 or 70 knots. So we're at 100 there. We can
Yeah, boom.
put the flaps down. Right side, and you'll see them extending. These are the flaps here. And when we get to we're at 500 feet now. I'll get to about 400 feet. I'm going to turn off the autopilot and land it by hand.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still. When I was on the activities
Yeah.
in Flight Simulator, I was still Flight Simulator. I was only just up to landing now. I was on the first lesson of landing. Landing's
That's
quite
right.
hard.
It is quite hard. Okay, let's turn off autopilot. We're at 300 feet. And I want to be aiming really for that zebra crossing that you can see there.
Yes.
So we were a bit high.
That might be the slowest landing I've ever seen.
It was quite slow, wasn't it? Oh, we should have come off at one of those exits there, but whoops!
Don't
Don't
fly
take off again.
Don't know if you have enough fuel. Is fuel an aspect in this?
Of course, yeah. They've got the fuel is modelled really accurately as well. We're about half full for this trip.
Yeah.
I'm looking for an exit.
And I think you've got one.
Yep, there's one to the right and one to the left. Let's turn to the left.
Left path. Shortcut.
So we're not going to go all the way to the apron. I've got a feeling it's quite a long way away. So let's just pull over down here and do a few last minute checks. Oh, there's a little. Oh, look.
Cottage.
There's a little place for us to park. Look.
Oh.
Beautiful.
I'm looking at the cottage over there.
Okay, parking brakes on.
Hooray!
Check outside. We can lift the flaps now.
Satisfaction. Yeah.
We can. We should have had the landing light on for landing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, we did have the whole time the landing light was on, but we should have had the taxi lights on for taxi. We forgot that. Let's turn off the nav lights, turn off the beacon lights, bring the mixture out. The engine will stop.
Shaky, shaky.
We'll turn off the fuel pump. All the lights are off. Parking brakes on. Flaps are up. Gears down. And we'll turn off the key. And then turn off the alternator.
Then hop out.
And then hop out. Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye.